For this short video, I simply offer one aspect, and I know I was speaking to a group of high school students just recently within the last week or so, and we are focusing on gratitude as being a key part of leadership and developing gratitude and the positive effects of gratitude. It has very positive effects on your health, on the way you think, on a lot of insidious reactions in who you are and how you work. And so I want to leave this with you just very short for this time, but it's just one little idea, and that is when you're talking about your leadership in this rapidly changing environment, do you generate a degree of gratitude in your people? I'll give you a couple of examples, and one will dovetail into the next video, but I'll give you a couple of examples. I was in a squadron in the Air Force one time, and we had the deputy commander for operations come by our squadron, and he flew out of our squadron one time. And at the duty desk, when he was getting ready to leave, he made a comment about the squadron commander. And most of us, because I'll tell you what, that's our squadron commander at the time was one of the most amazing leaders I've ever seen. I learned a lot from him, not because of what he taught, but because of watching him perform. And it was interesting because as soon as the DCO said that, most of us were like, what? And the squadron commander was not in the building at the day because he was on a collateral duty, if you will, just for that day. And we called the entire squadron to the squadron conference room and had a great big meeting. And basically the idea in the people, in the members, the team members, was we're going to show him. And we came up with a list of things that we were going to start doing on behalf of that commander. And the commander didn't even know about it. So my point is simply this. To what extent are you generating a degree of gratitude in your team? And I don't mean in a superficial sense, I mean in a deeper aspect of your team. To what extent does your team come together and really perform even when the leader's not there? And I know in the military there were a number of times where they brought the commander aside just to see how a squadron would perform without the leadership there. Can they do that? Are they happy to do that? Are they encouraged to do that? Do they have that sense of gratitude within them? The gratitude about the unit that they're in, the team that they're in, the people they work with, the commander that they serve under, all of those. How are you doing as far as generating that? And I just give you a little bit of a collateral thing on this too. There was a operation that I was involved in, not in the military, but in the civilian world, where, and this was some time ago, I won't tell you how long ago or what company it was or any details like that, but I was talking with a guy that worked for that company, and he was very professional, very good, a very good person, and he made the comment to me that he was putting in his notice to leave the next day. And just because he was always good to work with, I said, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I said, do you have someplace else you're going? And he looked at me and he said, no. He said, I don't have to tell you how screwed up this thing is. And I said, we had a conversation and stuff, but the bottom line is he was not feeling gratitude from the management of that company, of that operation over there. So it's just something to think about. And if you think about it, when people feel gratitude, they'll step up to the plate, even when it's a challenging situation. And to what extent is your team willing to do that in a changing, unpredictable environment? Or are they frustrated? Are you working with them in such a way that they feel like they don't have any say, and they're just not, I don't know what to do, but shoot, and they don't bring anything up. They don't work together. So just something to think about when you're talking about this aspect of gratitude. It goes deeper than most people think, because it brings a synergy together. It brings a mission. You may be working on missions that are, in some cases, could be risky for you. Are you willing to do it? A sense of gratitude of what your commitment is to the mission and all of that is a key part of that. When you look at your leadership, are you leading in such a way that it engenders gratitude in your people? Do they sense a degree of gratitude that makes them want to step up? And so I just leave that with you for this week as an idea, this aspect of gratitude. It has a lot of impacts in the human life, if you will, that sometimes people don't think about. Gratitude can create synergy. It can create courage. It can create commitment. Because I have some gratitude and I feel some gratitude about the journey I'm on. Those kind of things. So I leave that with you for this week. To what extent is your leadership perhaps doing that? And to what extent do you need to do a little bit different? What's the extent to which you're engendering gratitude in the team that you're leading? I'll leave that with you.